Yo, what's up, my people? Yes, and today we are in another teachable session. Yes, so we're going to be creating squeeze back information. We call it squeeze back in Uganda. I don't know how you call it. You call it, some other call it L shape message, where you get to put your message in a left and down canvas, and whatever content you're working with gets to squeeze back, so exposing the message and the advert that you're actually trying to place out. So right now, of course, I'm going to start natively from Photoshop. You can do this in many softwares, but I'm going to do it from Photoshop. I'm going to uh, design this in Photoshop. Like you can see, I am doing my titles, my text, my arrangements, my design in Photoshop. I already came up with this 16 to 9 ratio, which is for video 1080 or 720 any. So let's get to take the information that I need from my banner. All right, so this is just the basic Photoshop stuff. I'm going to speed this process right up so that you can see that this is how I came up with my design. I came did this from what is the title, put this in the back, anything. Let's make sure your design is what you actually want, and that's everything you want what you want it to be. So I'm pretty much going to be satisfied with this design. So I'm going to go right and save this out as a PNG or JPEG, doesn't matter. It's usually going to be at the back of the behind layer of the video, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go now into my Filmora, and I'll set a new project 16 to 9. That is the ratio that I said we're going to be using. So I'll go right in and import my artwork, which is a JPEG file. I'm just going to put it on the first layer of the video layer. And as you can see, I can just scroll through this so you can see that it's actually just a plain image, right? You can do this animated, but that is another tutorial altogether. If you want it animated, you can comment right down below, then I'll know that I'll have to do an animated version of an L shape. So uh, I'll go right inside, bring in my video. Let me just bring in any of my projects, guys. Do not, this is my content. I prefer using my content so I do not violate anyone's copyright laws. So I'll bring in one of my traditional videos. It's here. Okay. Yes. So with this video brought in, I'm just gonna make the shape the length of the video because I want it to last as long as the video does. I don't want you to hear any sound is speaking weird languages. Okay, so I'm just gonna scrub this through. So right now the video is playing, but the artwork is underneath. So if I went to the video and I scale it down, let me show you a bit. It's going to set a keyframe before I scale, then move a bit, a few seconds or milliseconds ahead, and I scale it down. So you can see the difference. I'm scaling it from the bottom right where the artwork ends. So if I take it back, you can see the scale animation using keyframes. That right, it's a bit slower, so I want it quicker. So I'm going to tighten these frames by dragging them in like this, so you can see animation is precise. You get. So I can do the same. How do I want this frame to show? How do I want this advert to show? So I'll be like, maybe I want it for 1 second. So I'll copy that frame of that current size and I add another one to make sure it is still up to that point where I want it to change, right? So okay, then I will go and increase it back, as you can see. So my first keyframe that says reduce it, then continue reducing it, and the two keyframes says it's reduced, and animate it back. So you can see now I have done my L shape, and you can do this as many times in the video as possible. You can move right again ahead in time, add another keyframe. Keyframe means you're about to make a change, so a few seconds ahead, reduce it, and when you're done reducing it, make sure how long do you want it to stay in that position. You will drag your cursor through time, and you say I want it to be up to there. So like after that time I want it to animate back, so I'll add another keyframe of that very size, then I'll now drag it back after a few more milliseconds. So in those milliseconds is actually the transition animation into the original frame size. I'm going to go back and type this in 100 to be accurate. All right, so you can see this is going to just this. So about more using keyframes, I'll be seeing your comments. If you don't know how to use keyframes, I do more tutorials about keyframing in Filmora and Photoshop, and I did this in Photoshop as well, of course. So this is done. So I'm just going to quickly save this out, and that is it. Basically, there is nothing much. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe for more videos like this ones.